Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, wahoo!
44 is the mic, 44 is Mike. Check. I got wide. 44 is the mic. Mike's supposed to.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready. 8, read.
Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, Charlie.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Bound to lose one. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. She runs.
Looking to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Tucson.
Here we go, D.
General West.
Twitch. Watch Twitch. Watch the edge. Check 9. Check.
Get it.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Hey, seam 6.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Number 14. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, Echo.
44.
Look at me. Zipper.
It's a party now. 44 is the mic.
Hey, Orbit.
Too little, Cupcake. 44 is the mic.
They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
He's checking. Crash.
Go.
Check 26.
Go.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
I'm coming after you.
Look. Squeeze.
Twist.
Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pulled in at the 24.
Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something?
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
15 line. 15 line.
54. Rip right. Check.
Yep.
Fresno.
5.
They'll run on first down. Mack, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike's 54.
They go.
2nd and 14. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Colby Listenby, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 55 to Mike. Are you getting the head?
8.
Check 13. Check 13.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Good job. Good job.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
18 Gator.
Silver.
13 spill.
Switch. Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, it's Mack. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On,
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Switch. Watch the safety creep. Bang.
Hey, lock it.
Slam.
Ready.
This a give to Mack running to the right. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check safety.
Gun. Great.
Newton to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Newton on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam.
Blue draw Corkers.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, pick your game up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike, 44. Here we go.
Hey, Delta. Now.
He'll look to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Ready.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Five.
44's the Mike, 44's Mike. Check.
Hit it.
Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Check 24, check 24. Check, crunch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Joker. 25, check 25, check 25. Check 31, check 31. Kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 49.
Hard.
Check 49. Rush in.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 15, looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Fofo's the Mike.
Mike, dude.
They're going to look to throw. He lets it fly for this is caught inside the 15. A big gain of 31 on third down. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Man up, D. Man up, D. 36, 36. Slam.
They'll run on first down. Mack looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, Zoo.
54 is Mike. 54 to go.
Second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
You remember me? You remember me?
20.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Express.
One over here. Mike, 55.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He gets away from one. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. Danny.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Newton now to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. All day, just like that, just like that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Colts' 34-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Greg.
Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Kill.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Gun.
51's the mic, boys, 51. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Off.
51, Mike, 51. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Gun, gun.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10. Newton again. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Mike 54. Come, 6'6", pull it high. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Smooth. Mike 5'4", Mike 5'4". Mike, get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. Watch twist, Hey, exit. Twist.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's our time. It's our time.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike. Hey, Haywood. Here we go. Hit it.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And it's fielded at the 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton, he'll drop it off to McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
20.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
All day, dog.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Gun. Record. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
He's scared.
Go, Mike 51, Mike. Gun. Hey, let's go.
From the red zone now, Newton completes it to Lee. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tight end right. Out. 3 down.
Newton throwing again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. The quick slant caught.
We play to win. Let's go.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but